Part 1 of Yellowstone National Park, 6 Early Pieces. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by David Wales. Yellowstone National Park, 6 Early Pieces by Various. Part 1. Ferdinand Vanderveer Hayden and the Founding of the Yellowstone National Park. One of the prime movers among the many explorers of the West who played key roles in establishing the Yellowstone National Park was Ferdinand Vanderveer Hayden of the U.S. Geological and Geographical Survey of the Territories, a predecessor of today's U.S. Geological Survey. His signal accomplishments in 1871-72 were among the many highlights of a long and distinguished career in public service. Hayden's professional training was as a doctor of medicine. It is a tribute to his determination and energy that he reached this professional status. Born in Westfield, Massachusetts, on September 7, 1829, he was, in his early youth, sent by his widowed mother to live with an uncle on a farm in Rochester, New York. Following an unusually studious childhood, he began teaching school when he was 16 years old. He soon became discontented with what he considered an inadequate education, and made his way to Oberlin, Ohio. There he persuaded the president of Oberlin College to allow him to enroll in medical school, although he was virtually penniless. Young Hayden proved to be a diligent and dedicated student, and won the respect of classmates and professors alike for his hard-working attitude. None, however, foresaw the great success that he later achieved. While working his way through college, Hayden formed a close association with a young geologist named John Strong Newberry, who persuaded Hayden to pursue his studies under his own former teacher, James Hall of Albany, New York. Soon after, Hayden enrolled at Albany Medical College, and though he graduated with an M.D. in 1853, it is during this time that his interest in geology was fostered under the influence of Professor Hall. Shortly after his graduation from medical school, Hayden set out on his first geographical expedition under the sponsorship of Hall. Accompanied by the paleontologist Fielding Bradford Meek, Hayden headed up the Missouri River to explore the Dakota Badlands and to collect fossil specimens. Returning in 1854, he and Meek began to acquire reputations of their own, and, as a team, they added significant geological information to what was known about the nation's western frontier. During the war between the states, Hayden practiced medicine for the only time in his career, serving with the Army as a surgeon. Following the war, he received his first formal degree in geology when he was elected professor of geology and mineralogy at the University of Pennsylvania in 1865, a post he held mainly in absentia for 7 years. For the next several years, much of his time was spent studying and reporting on the geology of the Nebraska Territory and Rocky Mountain region. In 1869, Hayden's activities became officially organized under the Department of the Interior as the United States Geological and Geographical Survey of the Territories. In that same year he completed a highly successful expedition through the western mountains from Denver to Santa Fe. This expedition set the pattern for those to follow, for his team studied not only the geology, but virtually all natural phenomena which they encountered, including wildlife, water resources, and mineral deposits. Hayden's historic expedition into the Yellowstone area in 1871 was preceded by 2 expeditions which fired the imagination of those interested in that largely unknown region. The Folsom Cook group penetrated the Yellowstone country in 1869, followed by the Washburn-Langford Doane expedition in 1870. Lieutenant Gustavus C. Doane, who served as the leader of the military escort for this latter expedition, as well as for the later Hayden survey, filed a detailed report which was published as a congressional document and became a landmark of the Yellowstone story. The following is taken from his report. Quote, "We kept the Yellowstone to our left, and finding the canyon impassable, passed over several high spurs coming down from the mountains, over which the way was much obstructed by fallen timber
Sample complete. Ready to continue?